All right, there, Latin 3. Here we are, chapter 92, the country of the winds. I assume that their diet has a lot of beans in it. Let's see. After they had gone a few miles from that space, or from that spot, in other words, from Sicily, Ulysses steered his ship toward the island of Iolus. Yes, the island Iolus. Here was the country of the winds. So here we have a blending of stories. This does happen in the Odyssey, and then what's his face? Vergil makes a big deal out of it with Juno talking to the king later on. So this next part, hic vasto rex Aeolus antro, luctantis ventos tempestates, quae sonoras, imperio premet ac vinclis et carcera frenat. And what that means is, here in his vast cave, King Aeolus controls, with his authority, the struggling winds and the howling storms, and reins them in with the chains and with the prison. The king himself welcomed the Greeks with hospitality, and he persuaded them to recover their strengths for a few days in that region, and in order to recover their strengths in that region, he persuaded them to stay there a little longer. On the seventh day, when he and his allies, on the seventh day when his allies had recovered their strength, Ulysses, so that he wouldn't be excluded from sailing for a full year, for the time of a year, he, without delay, decided that he should head back out. So the winds change at a certain time of year, and if you miss it, you're stuck. It literally would take maybe like 6 days to get from Rome to Egypt, but it could take up to 6 weeks to get back to Rome from Egypt because of where the winds were blowing. Boom. Okay. Then Iolus, who knew that Ulysses was very much desiring to see his homeland, he gave to him a large sack, for his, so that this would go well for him. Gave to him a large sack made out of leathers or hides, in which the winds, all except for one, were included. Only the zephyr he let loose. So look up what a zephyr is, and you'll see which direction he needed to go. Because that wind was ideal for sailing from the island Iolia to Ithaca. Ulysses gladly accepted this gift and gave huge thanks for such kind acts, and he tied the sack to the mast. Malum can be mast. It literally means the apple tree, but the mast is standing straight up like an apple tree. Remember, the Romans were farmers, not sailors. Then, with all things prepared for setting out, they set sail from the port in the middle of the day, right around the middle of the day. So there you go. The next chapter has another quote by Vergil, so I'll give you that as well. Otherwise, just hang tight. I'm going to hit the button.